Welcome to my first vlog on my new YouTube channel. The one rule I have for this vlog is that I can only get one shot at filming this. So, I want these videos to be relaxing, something you can look forward to after a tough day at work, and maybe you'll learn some new stuff, or maybe you're just here to, listen to my life's problems. I like to listen to other people's life problems too. So hopefully if I broadcast mine, then everyone will start broadcasting theirs on YouTube or something. But yeah, so breathe in, breathe out. It's nice to relax after a long day of work. So yeah, my day started super early. So I was gonna meet one of my coworkers who works in Europe. So I had to wake up at 5, get ready, drive to my workplace at 5:30, and, it was just so cold this morning. Okay, I live in the Bay Area, so maybe it's not as cold as compared to other places, but it was colder than usual. So, yeah, it was, freezing. I had, 4 layers on, and when I got to my car, I needed to turn my heater on so much I was like, uh-oh, am I going to die from carbon monoxide poisoning? But yeah, heater blasted on. So I drove to work, and I was surprised by the number of cars that were in my commute this morning. It was, 5:45 or so in the morning, but I couldn't drive, at the speed limit during some stretches. I had to slow down to 50 or 55 miles per hour, and it was just so weird because, it was so early in the morning, but yeah, there were so many cars. But yeah, so, that got me thinking, though, why is carbon monoxide related to cars and heating, right? So, it was my friend's birthday today. Happy birthday to him. And, I just asked him, why, what's the relationship? And he gave me a really cool answer, which is that, in a regular combustion process, you have hydrocarbons, so these molecules made of hydrogen and carbon, right? And if you add oxygen to it, you get energy from a combustion. And the products are H2O and CO2, so water and carbon dioxide. But if you don't have enough oxygen, then that CO2 actually becomes CO, which is carbon monoxide. So if if you have your car engine on in a garage, right, your car engine powers itself through combustion. So it burns fuel so that it has energy to run. So, once you keep it going on long enough in our garage, it's just going to run out of oxygen in that enclosed space. And I guess, unfortunately, that's how a lot of people kill themselves. But yeah, that was something interesting that I learned today. So yeah. So 10 minutes is a very long time, as you can tell. Yeah, what else did I do today? Well, so because it was my friend's birthday, and, I just don't want to name names here yet because I haven't asked any of them if I can mention them. So, my group of friends decided to surprise the birthday boy today at work, and part of the surprise was first figuring out when his birthday actually was, and what kind of cake to get him for his birthday. So then we dispatched a person to ask his sister, wait, is his birthday today, Thursday, or tomorrow, Friday? That was an easy question. But then the harder question is, what kind of cake should we get our birthday boy? And, so his sister ended up asking him And yeah, you have to understand, he works in the Bay Area, but his parents live in Arizona, and his sister's in college at the East Coast. So if his sister is asking him which cake he likes, then it must be that someone from the Bay Area is asking her to ask him. So anyway, he fished out the surprise, but it was still pretty fun. But if you're ever planning a birthday surprise, that's, I guess, something you have to watch out for. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's almost the weekend. I don't know what you all do during the week. I don't even know who's gonna watch this, to be honest. Like, I'm just putting this video clip out there because I've seen some people on YouTube that I really admire, and I just felt like, well, I mean, if it's... I'm not gonna be as good as them ever, but, maybe someone will find my videos interesting. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, it'll help me understand how to come up with more interesting topics, because now I'm under pressure, right? I can't be perfect when talking compared to when writing, because I can spend all the time in my world, all my time in the world, thinking about what to write. That's not too hard, but talking on demand is very challenging. Yeah. So there's that. I've got to break my habit of perfectionism by just, dumping out words on YouTube and being in the public eye, and maybe that will hold me accountable for my personal growth. I don't know. I've had a very long discussion with my girlfriend about, what should I do to, improve myself as a person, right? Like, there's learning about factual knowledge so that you can apply it to do some useful things. There's, getting along with people, knowing what to talk about, so on and so forth. So it's hard, I said I was going to film this at about 9:40 p.m. to 9:50 p.m., but you can see I procrastinated until like 10:45. So I still got that habit to break. And, I've just graduated from college, so maybe many of you listening to me right now are in high school. It's very easy to feel like you have to be perfect at everything, because that's certainly the mindset I had in high school. Like, I felt like I needed to do my very best at everything so that I get good grades and, feel a certain self-validation, right? But now that I've graduated, there's still some element of that in terms of like performance reviews and jobs and so forth. But more than ever, it's really about, the cool, neat stuff you can come up with organically that will help people instead of trying to follow a prescribed path. And it's so hard coming from an environment where, tests and grading are so critical to how people perceive you as a person. But it's an adjustment I've got to make. And yeah, so this, believe it or not, my very first video, my very first take. Hopefully you weren't too bored. Feel free to ask me questions in the comments below. Yeah, maybe if it's not too controversial, like I don't want to talk about politics or whatever. By the way, text is much less dangerous than videos. I'm not telling you to send me any videos, please don't, because there's a high risk of something really dangerous there. But yeah, feel free to ask me questions. I'll answer them. Yeah, and I plan to do this every day after work, and we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it, actually, because, there's always something I observe on my bus ride to work and back. I don't know. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow evening. Take care till then.